Today on the Stay-at-Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make quick bread. Quick breads are a cake-like bread that don't use any yeast, so they're quick to get into the oven. That's how they get their name. Today I'm going to be giving you a base recipe as well as demonstrating 3 different flavors, including banana bread, pumpkin bread, and apple bread. I'll even show you substitution options so you can change things up, and really you can use this recipe to make almost any flavor. Start by preheating your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Then lightly grease a standard size 8x4 bread pan. For the base recipe, we'll make the most popular quick bread of all, banana bread. You'll need about a cup of mashed banana, and preferably you'll be using ones that are overripe and almost black because they are the sweetest. I'll just peel these real quick and get them into a mixing bowl. And I'll take a fork and mash that up. Once again, you need about 1 cup of that mashed banana. For the pumpkin, we'll use 1 cup of pumpkin puree, and for the apple, we'll use 1 cup of applesauce. You could even make like mango or guava bread, or really feel free to mix and match and experiment with different flavors. Then we'll add in 1 cup of granulated sugar, half a cup of melted butter, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then grab a whisk and whisk this all together. Whisk it for a good 60 to 90 seconds so you get a nice creamy mixture. Next, it's time to add in our dry ingredients, starting with our spice. For banana bread, it's all about that cinnamon, so I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. For pumpkin bread though, I'd use pumpkin spice. Then you'll need half a teaspoon each of baking soda, baking powder, and salt. We're going to give this a quick stir until just combined so we get that mixed in. Then add in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and stir that in until just combined. Now you can bake this as is, or you can do add-ins like nuts, dried fruits, or chocolate chips. A classic addition to banana bread is 1 cup of chopped walnuts. And you just want to fold that in so that the walnuts are fairly evenly distributed. Then transfer your batter to your lightly greased bread pan. Let's set that aside for a second and move on to our pumpkin bread so you can see some of the substitution options and how you can change up this base recipe. So we'll grab 1 cup of pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie mixture. Add in the sugar, egg, and vanilla extract. Then instead of adding half a cup of melted butter, I'm going to add in half a cup of vegetable oil, which produces a more moist bread. I know people hate on vegetable oil, but I'm telling you, your bread will be much more moist. So we'll whisk that in real quick. Then I'll add in 2 teaspoons of a pumpkin pie spice blend, which is ground cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger. Then add the baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Stir that in real quick, then add in the flour. Stir in that flour, and once that's all incorporated, a fun addition to pumpkin bread is chocolate chips. So I'm going to add in 1 cup of mini chocolate chips. Of course, you can always just leave the batter plain and have plain old pumpkin bread. And then once again, transfer this all to your lightly greased bread pan. With our apple bread, we'll switch things up yet again, but this time with different ingredients. We'll use 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce. Then we'll add in 1 cup of brown sugar this time instead of granulated sugar. Add in your butter or vegetable oil, your egg and vanilla extract, and then whisk that together. I'm going to go back to cinnamon on this one. Add in your baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Stir that in. Then this time I'm going to use a combination of both whole wheat flour and white all-purpose flour. The whole wheat flour makes it a bit more dense, so you don't want to do all whole wheat flour. So I'm going to do half a cup of whole wheat and 1 cup of all-purpose. And then stir that all together until the flour is incorporated. Then this time I'm going to add in a cup of diced apple, or you could use a dried fruit. Really, you can get creative between using fresh or dried. And then transfer that all to your bread pan. So many different flavor options and combinations. Really, the possibilities are endless. Next, we're going to bake this in our 325-degree oven for 50 to 60 minutes, which is not quick, but that's quick breads for you. They're kind of like a cake, so you'll know they're done when a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. For more flavor variations, check out my website, www.thestayathomechef.com. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos, where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. We'll see you later.